Thank you. The reason we're here today is not only to just gather as an industry, but it's to remember why we're here. Most programs, mobilization, optimization, stabilization, and training. Mobilization is the act of putting something into motion. Optimization is to take what's in motion and to make it better. Stabilization is to make sure that what is in motion and what is growing is secure. And then the training portion is to make what we have growing, take it and pass it down to the next generation so that we can continue moving our respective organizations forward. I'm proud to be a part of this tripartite because everything that we do here secures man hours for those individuals that we have working in the field. But while we do that, it also makes sure that those that are working in the field are the safest, are the most productive, and are the most skilled of any tradesman in this industry. What we have today is an opportunity to work together. For our owners, we are here to listen, to find out what you need from us as a trade, to make certain that the needs of your industry is met currently, and to learn about new technologies and innovations that may be coming so that we may always be on the cutting edge of our industries. In addition to that, for our contractors, we need to know. We need to work together and we need to know what you're seeing in our industries, what we can do to work together. Without contractors, there are no man hours for the Boilermakers. And without Boilermakers, there is not an opportunity to bid work. So that's what we're here today to do, to rebuild the relationships that we currently have and to establish new ones. If you don't know someone here, if there's an owner or a contractor that you haven't, or a business manager or a union representative that you haven't met, don't be embarrassed to go up to them and introduce yourself, because that's what this whole conference is about. It's about growing relationships, working together. I guarantee you we can solve more problems sitting at a table eating dinner together than we ever could in a boardroom sitting across the table from each other, arguing over grievances and arbitrations. We can handle a lot of these things in-house simply by building our relationships with each other. In addition to that, there are issues that are affecting not only our industries, but all industries, and that is manpower. How are we going to staff the work that we currently have and secure more work moving forward? That all goes back to communication. We need to know from the owner's perspective what you're seeing, what's coming, and what we can do to better assist you. To our contractors, if you have multiple jobs at multiple locations, I challenge you to work with the business managers, the representatives, the vice presidents, and the officers of these lodges and this international to help us better understand the workloads that you have coming so that we can make sure that you have the people, not just bodies, but skilled labor that is sitting there ready and waiting to help you perform your job with the optimal efficiency that you need. We also are looking at recruiting. For the first time in many years, we have hired recruiters. Not only has the International Brotherhood of Boilermakers invested in themselves to hire recruiters to grow this organization, but we have also encouraged our apprenticeships to do the same. So while we're going to schools and classrooms to encourage new individuals to come into these trades, we're also out there reaching out across the aisle to those that are non-union to bring them in, those craftsmen from the other side to bring them into our industry so that they can understand what it is to have a pension, to have health care, and to have a voice on their job sites. We're looking at training. What we need from our owners and contractors is what are you seeing in the future? At an industry conference I was at recently, we were told of titanium welding and different processes that are coming that we need to be more skilled and more proficient at. We have not heard that from a lot of our contractors. We don't know what processes that you need us to be proficient in. Carbon we can do, stainless we can do, Hastelloy we can do. Inconel we can do, RMD we can do. We can do all of those things while at the same time building the platforms for us to stand on, to rig the pieces into place, to set on elevation. We can read the blueprints to put these things into effect. And not only can we do these things, but we can do them efficiently, cost-effective. We are and have been and should always be a craft of choice. And in the past, we do understand that the focus on training has not always been there. We're not looking at just training in our skills, but also we are moving forward, new initiatives in training for the owner's needs, such as Tappy Safe for the paper mills, the power plants for those contractors who do overlay work, digester work, for Power Safe, those owners that still use that in certain areas to make sure that everything, every safety program before a person sits on a job site, they have an understanding. For RSO training, we understand the need for this, and we understand the needs to try to push these things together so that we can be a more complete and qualified craft for you when the work orders come. But what we need from you is a better understanding of what safety programs you use, and we're looking for the most stringent so that we can put together a comprehensive program so that when an individual steps on the site, they can go to multiple owners for multiple contractors, and you know as an industry that these people have went through every training, save site-specific, that they need to be the craft that you need them to be when they step on that job site. Safety. We cannot move forward if we do not move forward together. Our safety programs have got to be aligned. You heard what we're doing internally when it comes to our mental health programs. When I first started in the trade, I was told to leave my feelings at the gate. Any of you have the same start to your trade? Leave your feelings at the gate. Nobody's ever left their feelings at the gate. We may self-medicate. We may push things to the side. We may pretend things are not there that are bothering us, but you never leave your feelings at the gate. What we have to do is we have to be more open, communicate more, and that is the whole definition of being in a labor union. It is each of us that are members of organized labor standing together, helping each other work through problems. I've been on job sites where I had a weld that I was having a difficult time making. Instead of just sitting there and giving up, I went and reached out to someone on the job site that I had confidence in and asked them, can you help me with this? Because there's nothing wrong with asking for help. And that is one of the things we're doing with our mental health programs. We want to make sure that the individuals that you have on the job sites have a place to go if they're going through a struggle both on site and off. We are working and that's one of the reasons that I'm impressed with our MOST Board of Trustees working together, because what we have done as a MOST Board of Trustees is we have come together as one, understanding that we need not only individuals to be trained, but we need train the trainers. We need trainers who can come out and teach these processes and these skill levels that you need. And we have local lodges and areas that are working together through our More Work Investment Fund. And just so you understand what that fund is, it is our members investing in themselves to be more effective, more qualified, more productive, more safe, and more marketable for you as an industry. These members took money out of their pocket to make sure that we were on the cutting edge and so that we could help you to grow and to better our industry. We have pushed marketing in places. You're going to see Boilermaker emblems and branding in places you've never seen them. I just hope if they're wearing a T-shirt, they're in the place they should be. I'll just be honest with you. We had a secretary at my home lodge one time that someone had got a little out of order, and she put a 38 in her pocket, walked right on in a place that I wouldn't have imagined any of us would want to go in, and pulled somebody off a bar stool and said, if you're wearing that emblem, you're an ambassador for this trade. We're going to put respect back into what we represent. And we're going to maintain that respect when we go on job sites to make sure that we understand we're a guest in your houses. But understand we're respected guests as well. The same respect we're going to be giving, we're going to be expecting it, because we work better when we work together. We have started a business manager advisory committee. I pulled individuals, business managers from all over the country that come together every month and we sit down every month, every other month, and we discuss the needs in the trade. And if anyone has any issues that they would like to bring to this committee, I would be more than glad to sit down with you and work these issues out. I tell people I've had the same phone number since 1998. It still hasn't changed. Now, I may not answer it if I don't know your number. I strongly advise you to text first, but I do get back with you. Our Business Manager Advisor Committee, those of you that are here that are on that committee, would you please stand? Bill McConnery, Great Lakes. Brother Chad out of Local 374, if you would. Brother Randy Thomas out of 549. Brother Robert Galejos out of Local 101. Brother Lee Lunsford out of Local 454. Heath out of Local 108. Brother Mike Stanton out of Local 154. And Brother Kevin Battle out of Local 45. As you look around the room, you see a vast variety of business managers that have volunteered to sit on this committee to help remind me of the issues that are going on, not only in their area, but in their regions. Brothers, I thank you for volunteering and participating in this. It's deeply appreciative. Thank you so much. We're not going to stop there. We've got different industries. And from that, we've got advisory committees that are coming, both from cement, shipbuilding, rail. We're going to open lines of communication that we've never had before, and we want to make certain that each of our members, each of our lodges has an opportunity to give input on these things. We want to be innovative. Any contractor and owner, any local lodge that is seeing technology come that we may not be aware of or that we may not be training people for, we need to know about it. And if you don't know where to go, I want you to understand we have an open door policy with this executive council. Come to any of us, from the secretary treasurer to any vice president to your reps. We're not asking you to step beyond the chain of command. But at the same time, we do not want your ideas to die for lack of listening. We are listening. To our owners and contractors, we are listening. Tell us what we need to help you move forward as an industry. Because as you grow, and as you make more money, and as your industry prospers, so will our members. This tripartite spirit is designed to help us work together. If you stay isolated with just the people you're comfortable with or just the people you know, you are not fulfilling the spirit of this conference. The best table you can sit at is a table where you don't know anyone, and you're working to try to grow and try to build relationships. You would be amazed. We have owners in this room that has facilities all over the United States, Canada, and even the world. As an example, if you take BP, our refineries. We've got refineries right now that have facilities in Martinez, that have facilities in Ohio, that have facilities in Louisiana. Each of this may be similar facilities, but they have different site-specific regulations, different state regulations, and we need to know as an industry what we can do to work with you to make certain that our training encompasses as much of it as possible, so when an individual gets to a job site, they're already ready to go to work. Today is a new day. I believe you can tell a difference even from last year, what we're doing, what we're working. We had a conference this year with our NTD contractors. For the first time in my career, we had NTD contractors that came together, specialty contractors that come together to give us input into their industries. Some of you were there, and I thank you for attending, contractors and labor. The reason for that is we want to make certain not that we're trying to take work away from anyone, but that work that is being done by other trades or other non-union contractors that cannot keep up with the safety, productivity, or skill level that we are, that we can step in and make sure that those needs are met by our owners and contractors. We're here to work with you. We're here to help. We're here to grow with you. And the first line of defense in all of this, I would ask that each of our business managers, would you please stand? Business managers, local lodge business managers, would you please stand? Would you give them a hand, please? These individuals are the first line of defense. They tell us what's coming in the industry. They keep us informed on what training is needed for our members. And I'll tell you this, whenever you get into a situation with a business manager, I just want you to understand, that business manager answers not only to the needs of the industry, but they also have to answer to their members. They answer to the contractors. They have to answer to a degree to the owners, to their international, and to the industry as a whole. They are never stopping. They are never quiet. They are ever vigilant. They are hardworking. And though many may not see it from the outside, I guarantee you they see their members a lot more than they even see their own families. They're on the phone with contractors more than they're on the phones with their kids. And that's why these meetings are so important, to build relationships so that you have those relationships with these business managers so you can just pick up the phone, talk through your problems, and work together rather than it get into a boardroom where everybody's sitting across the table from each other pointing fingers. Pointing fingers does not benefit anyone. Because if we got problems, the Boilermakers historically have been the craft of choice to help you find solutions. And we are still that craft of choice today. Thank you all. Have a good day.